Morning, everyone. It's 8:41 on Friday, the end of the week, and this is your pre-opening comment. I'm sorry I didn't do a closing comment last night. I want to mention that one of the things I was going to cover last night was the Bed Bath and Beyond. I'm sure that most of you who are more involved already know the story, but it does bear repeating, and that is that Ryan Cohen came out after the close and said he had, in fact, yes, sold all of his Bed Bath stock and his options. It looks like he made about $58 million on it, on the trade. He sold stock between 18 and 29.99, which is very impressive considering that the high was 30. Um, uh, this is, a case of a guy who I think personally pumped and dumped this deal, talking about how he was buying calls for January in the $60 to $80 price strike when the stock was in the mid to low 20s. So he made a chunk of change. You know, I wonder what that imbecile who runs the SEC is going to do about it. Um, in the past, we had Stockwatch to monitor these kind of trades and these kind of people. And frankly, he may have done a great job at Chewy as the founder, um, but he really screwed over all of the little investors. Okay, Asia mixed, Europe down. Um, Here's an interesting one, and I'm only telling you about it not to recommend it in any way, shape, or form because it is a Chinese company. GTC, Giga Cloud. Sounds very high tech. It's actually a packaging and logistics company in China for shipping large, bulky items. I don't know what that has to do with the cloud. I don't know how it reflects with the term giga, but they brought out 2.94 million shares at 12 and a quarter, traded as high as 19.20 yesterday, and looks like it closed at about, I want to say 15 and change. The last on the stock, I saw it this morning trading as high as 28 and 28.70. Last is 25.40, up 9.71. Again, I only tell you so that you'll know what it is when you see it on the tape. Clearly, I don't do any of the Chinese companies. Axiom, AXSM, major positive on one of their adult depression treatments. Stock has been as high as 61 and a half this morning. The last is 57.65, and that is up a whopping 15.22 or 36%. So I'll have to keep an eye on that one. Wayfair with a miss. Stock is currently trading 66.10, down 5.24 or 7.3%. Another, pandemic darling that traded at 200, currently trading at 60. Applied Materials beat top and bottom. Stock traded as high as 111.52. It's been up recently. That's why it didn't get a little more of a move, I don't think. Last is 109 and a quarter. That's up a buck. John Deere, which everybody has been banging the table on about how great it is and how great the company is doing, and all the agricultural and construction problems that they help cure, they missed. The stock traded as low as 337 and a quarter. The last is 355, and that's down 12.99. And Rivian, kind of interesting. Rivian is discontinuing. I don't know how they can discontinue. They certainly haven't been making any kind of major splash, but they are discontinuing their lower priced model. So, all of these uh, recent EV companies are only really looking at the top end. And I think that speaks really well for Tesla, because they are seemingly committed to the bottom part of the income spectrum. And the stock is being split, as you know. I kind of like it. And one last one, Foot Locker. Evidently, Foot Locker has figured out how to do business without Nike, now that Nike has gone so heavily into direct consumer. They had earnings that beat, and the stock is 39 and a quarter, up 736 or 23%. So I'm kind of guessing they've figured it out. Okay, chart on the screen is the oil. Really doesn't look like much here, but I'm a little concerned about it, and I'll tell you why. First of all, the downtrend line. Second of all, coming right up beneath this is a 50 week. I'm going to show you the daily, and uh, being slightly higher and being on the low. The reason that this concerns me is because, as Dennis always tells me, he never likes to go against the trend for the week on Friday. MACD, I pointed this out the other day, rolling over up to the 200-day moving average, that same trend line. But more importantly, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So we started to the upside, and the low for the week occurred on Monday at 42.49. Unfortunately, the low today is 42.58, and it looks like we can break it here. Actually, this is not, I don't know if that's correct. It shows that as 42.42, and it shows the low here, 42.41. So it's making a lower low on a Friday, and it looks, unless it rallies today, it looks like it's going to be at the low of the day and the low of the week, and down on the week. And I really don't like to see that on a Friday. As far as the rest of the futures, they're pretty much down across the board. Mixed in the grains, as I showed you, oil down, gas, heating oil, um, nat gas all down, gold, silver down, copper up a little. The cattle and stuff are not open yet. Cotton unchanged. Coffee is kind of the same setup as the oil is, because it's been stuck in this trading range, and Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So last Friday we closed at the top at 222 and change, and up on the week and on the high of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we are at the low of the week. Yesterday's close was 211.85, low today 211.40. If it closes anywhere near these lows, 209.45, this is a rollover. And I've been talking about this. It has not been able to get through this 220, 225 area. It's up from the low here of 194 and change, so it's a pretty substantial move. And looking at it a little longer term, this is beginning to look like a bear flag to me. It's got a clear downtrend, and I obviously the trigger point here is 199.80, which is about 6 weeks ago, but not looking great. Stock futures. When I came down at 7:30, the Dow was down 250, now down just 201. The Nasdaq was down 140, now down, no change, 136. And the S&P was down about 40, It also has come back just a little bit here, down 35, we'll call it. So there you go, folks. Be careful out there. It is tough. Oh, by the way, Bitcoin also down almost 2,000. So I guess that rally is not going to hold. Same thing with Ethereum, down 188. Dollar is up another half a buck at 107.87, and the bonds are down about 1.5. Have a good day. Be careful out there, and stay away from Bed Bath and Beyond.